G'day everyone, Matt from Market66 here again, and today we're going to be doing a classic smash burger. The smash burgers are really popular at the moment. There's a lot of people doing them, so we thought that we'd take you through and show you how we do ours. So first off, what's a smash burger? Well, essentially all it is you're getting your meat patty and you're pressing it down and smashing it nice and thin. And I think the name originally came from an American burger franchise that did just that, and they sort of coined that term. So if you are making smash burgers, one thing you're going to need is a burger press. Something a bit like this. This is just a cast iron plate with a wooden handle. It's quite weighty and ideal for pressing down on the burgers. And you'll also see I've put a bit of tin foil on this, and the only reason I've done that is just to save cleaning up afterwards. I can screw up the tin foil and chuck it away and put this away for next time. Today we're just going to be using 3 basic ingredients in terms of what we're cooking for our smash burgers. I like to keep it reasonably simple. So we've got some nice streaky bacon, we've got some delicious American cheese, and we've got some nice minced first light brisket here. So when we're making some patties for our smash burgers, it's good to have some nice fatty beef if you can. If you're someone who barbecues a lot and you're trimming briskets, they're ideal if you've got some nice fatty offcuts to make some patties with. One thing I will point out is I think you can go a little bit too fatty. If you've got that really high fat content, I think sometimes when you smash them, the fat renders a bit quick and they can break up. So I'd recommend going for about a 70-30 mix of fat to meat. And when we're making our patties here, I'm just making them about big enough to fit in my palm. Something like this is a really good size. So we're going to make a couple of burgers today. We're going to have a couple of patties in each. So we're going to make 4 even sized patties. One thing we can do just to stop that fat rendering out too quickly when we smash them is to make sure that when we put them on our hot plate, they're nice and chilled. So what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to put them in the fridge and let them cool down for a little bit while I get the barbecue ready to go. Just while we're waiting for that plate to heat up, I'll just talk about buns quickly. Now, I know some people like to grill their buns and get them a little bit crusty, and that's fine. It's really whatever you prefer with your buns. What I like to do with mine is I like mine nice and soft and warm when I have a burger. So what I do is I cut the buns in half and I lay down some knobs of butter inside the bun. I just put the lids on them and I'm going to wrap them up in tin foil, and I'm just going to put them to the side of the hot plate on a cooler area and allow that butter to melt while I'm cooking my burgers. When you're doing a smash burger, you're going to want a nice flat hot plate. There's a number out there on the market, whatever you're using, that's up to you. Today we're using the smash blade on the Weber kettle. Now, we're going to want to get it up to a really hot temperature. So you're sort of looking around searing temperatures for a good smash burger. Now, if you're experienced and you've cooked a lot of them, you'll have a good feel for how long it takes your plate to get hot or when it's where you need it to be. Otherwise, you can pick something like this up off Trade Me for reasonably cheap, and this will just give you a good gauge on where your temperature is. So we're up around the high 500s, which is pretty close to where we want to be. Before we put our patties on here, I'm just going to give this a really light coating in olive oil. So I've just got some olive oil here I picked up at the supermarket in a handy towel. I'm just going to pour a bit on the handy cloth here and give it a nice. You do want to make sure you're wearing some cotton gloves under your rubber gloves or some form of heat protection, because it is quite hot. And this is just going to avoid our burgers sticking when we press them. Got our patties here, so let's get them on the hot plate. So we're just going to lay them out, evenly space them, not too close, so when we smash them they're not bumping into each other. We're going to get our burger press and give them a good squeeze. And now that we've smashed those, I'm just going to put a bit of seasoning on the top here, and I've just got a bit of an all-purpose and recipe G type rub, and I'm just going to put a little bit on the top of each patty there. Right, these have been on for a couple of minutes. They're going to be ready to flip very shortly. But in the meantime, I'm just going to put some nice streaky bacon on the other side here to go in our burgers. And you can see there we've got some really nice crispy char on the underside there, which is beautiful. That's exactly what we're after. Now that I've flipped these over, I'm going to put on some cheese. I've got some nice yellow American cheese here. And these are quite thin, so I'm going to put a double slice on each one. Tell me that doesn't look good. Right, we've got our bacon cooking away. I'll put my buns on there to get that butter melting and get those buns nice and warm and soft. And you can see the cheese starting to melt on top of our patties here. These are looking really good, so I'm really looking forward to digging into one of these very shortly. We can see now that this cheese is starting to melt, and you can see here in this patty it's starting to melt through, so I think that's the perfect time to take them off and get them inside. We've got everything off the barbecue now, and you can see here these buns are really nice and soft and warm, and you can see that butter's melted in there, so that's really beautiful. So let's put these burgers together and give them a go. Right, down the bottom I'm going to lay down a nice base of rum and Q meat juice, which if you haven't tried it, is a really good all-purpose sauce. Next we're going to lay down our first patty. Throw a little bacon on top. And I'm going to add some pickled red onion, which is one of my favourite ingredients. It's really nice, so put some in the middle here. And I'm also going to throw down another one of my favourite burger ingredients, and that is jalapenos. Now you can put whatever you like in your burgers. Obviously, if you don't like spice, then jalapenos probably isn't the way to go, but me personally, I love them. And now we're going to double down, so we're going to put our second patty on top. We're going to put another layer of bacon, because bacon makes everything better. And now we're going to finish it off with a healthy dose of Cully's burger sauce. And on the top we go. Look at that. Beautiful homemade smash burger. Sauce everywhere. Very messy, just the way we like it. Right, we better give one of these things a go. And because pub grub is one of my favourite types of food to eat, I've got to pair it with one of my favourite beers here as well. So let's give this thing a go. It's going to be a bit messy. Two bites. All right, that was beautiful. You can really taste that meat juice and the burger sauce. Got that nice char on the outside of the patty, which is really what you're after with a good smash burger. And I could even taste that heat from the jalapenos. So for me, that's a perfect burger. Now, you can put whatever you like in your burger or your favourite ingredients. And if you want to comment below with what your favourite burger ingredients are, then go ahead and do that. And for those who have done smash burgers before, this may not all be new to you. But if you haven't, hopefully you learned something today and picked something up and can enjoy some good homemade burgers. In the meantime, I'm going to finish off this burger and have a sip of a nice cold beer. Cheers.